If I'm going to go out and get a loan and I don't have appropriate collateral, I can't pledge my retirement account to help secure a loan.
Hey everyone, Justin Cooper with Pine Financial Group, where we work together so you succeed. Thanks for checking out the video here on YouTube. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you'll get alerted each time we have a new video come out. I'm here with Kevin Amos, founder, president, CEO of Pine Financial Group. And today we want to talk about self-directed IRAs, specifically prohibited transactions. So Kevin, give us a little background. What is a self-directed IRA, and specifically, what can we not do with a self-directed IRA?
There's two things to consider here, Coop. There's the actual transactions and the type of assets. So either of those can be considered prohibited. But before we even go there, I think it's important to share what the penalties are if you do a prohibited transaction.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Gosh, maybe we should maybe back up and talk about what a self-directed IRA is.
That sounds like a great place to start.
So a self-directed IRA, it's with a self-directed administrator. So it's not your Charles Schwab's or your T. Rowe Prices or the big brokerage houses. They say self-directed, but it's really self-directed into their choices for you. A true self-directed IRA allows you to invest in anything that's not prohibited, which we're going to be talking about today. So that includes private notes. You can invest in a public mortgage fund like we offer and have a guarantee or a promised return every month. Precious metals, potentially, you can invest in. So that's what a self-directed IRA is. Now, if you do a prohibited transaction, Coop, that's when you're going to get penalized. Let's say you do it today, and the IRS is going to consider that taking the distribution on the first day of the year. So anytime during the entire year you do a prohibited transaction, the IRS will force a distribution back to the first day of that year. So when you have a distribution before you're 59 and a half, you know that there's some penalties. You don't get to put that money back in the IRA. There's restrictions on getting money in. So it could really, really mess up your retirement plans.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to be careful with this stuff.
Yeah, so you got to be safe here. The IRS doesn't mess around with it. So here are some of the prohibited transactions. First, this one trips people up, Coop, but you cannot borrow from or loan to your IRA. So you can borrow from retirement accounts, though, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So we see those with 401ks. You borrow from your 401k, pay it back, pay your self-interest. That's a no-no when it comes to self-directed IRA accounts, unless it's specifically set up to do that. So that will be a prohibited transaction if you pull money out for your personal use.
What about number two? What's another thing we can't do?
It's weird, but anytime you think of it like this, anytime you personally benefit from a transaction, that's prohibited. So I can't sell a property to my IRA, and I can't buy a property, for example, from my IRA. So any transactions where I'm buying or selling, no.
Yeah, these have to be completely separate.
Completely separate. You have no personal benefit, which brings me to another one. You can't buy a property with your IRA, keep it in your IRA, and then personally use it.
Yep.
So we see this a lot of times in Colorado because of the ski resorts and how beautiful it is up there. So like the second homes, and I'm going to rent it out. So it's an investment for me, so I could put it in my IRA. As soon as you start using that, if the IRS gets wind of it, prohibited.
Yeah, exactly. You can't benefit by staying the night, right? Maybe not monetarily necessarily, but even by staying and using that property, you're benefiting from it, and that's a big no-no.
Benefiting from the IRA asset. Now, after you're 59 and a half, then you could, some of these restrictions can go away. Another one is using IRA assets as collateral. So if I'm going to go out and get a loan and I don't have appropriate collateral, I can't pledge my retirement account to help secure a loan. If I do that, any amount that's pledged for that loan is considered prohibited and can be forced distribution.
Yes, we got to be really careful when we have self-directed IRAs. They can be wildly beneficial for us. We can set ourselves up for an amazing retirement by making some really great investments, but we just have to be careful with that. And something important to remember is the amount of prohibited transactions, the things you can't do, is so small, but you have to know what they are to make sure you're playing by the rules.
It's really small. And we can help you with that. I know you just closed a loan with a client that's going to do a fix and flip inside of an IRA for the benefit of the IRA, so it's not a prohibited transaction. We also have to do non-recourse financing on that because, again, you can't pledge as collateral. So the asset you could pledge as collateral, but you can't guarantee a loan in an IRA, right? That would make it a prohibited transaction as well. So we understand working with IRAs and self-directed IRAs. We could help you fix and flip in your IRA. We could help you with some passive income in your IRA, compound interest, which I don't know if it was Einstein or Ben Franklin. I read both, but somebody said it's the eighth wonder of the world. So you could really grow your retirement, getting out of the stock market and into some private investments, which we can help you with. Now, finally, there's 2 assets you cannot buy in your IRA because those are prohibited. First one is insurance policies. So any cash value type insurance policy, can't buy it. 2, collectibles. So you want to...
No, continue.
Stamps, certain types of alcohol, paintings, rugs, anything like that that's considered a collectible is not considered an investment, and they're going to be prohibited with that. So definitely check with your CPA before you buy an asset in your IRA. We are not CPAs, we're not tax professionals, and as Scott would say, we are not attorneys, so be careful out there.
Absolutely. This is some great advice. And of course, if you have any more questions on self-directed IRAs, what you can or cannot invest in, and of course, how Pine Financial can help you make and grow your retirement through using a self-directed IRA, you can reach out to us anytime. Our phone number is 303-835-4445, or you can find us on the internet at pinefinancialgroup.com.